All right. Let's talk about the first issue of the day, which is inflation. We know some of the background here. Again, we know that prices are going up. We read the news. We get it. We see it. We know what's causing inflation to go up. There are really like four big things that are going on that's causing inflation to go up. The first, as mentioned earlier, is labor disruption. This report was from the month before, showing 8 million job openings. We're now up to close to 9 million job openings right now. Obviously, shortage of supply, high demand, creates an increase in costs. We're seeing wages and other labor costs go up because of it. That's one factor of inflation, right? I mean, that's common sense. Number two is federal spending. Lots of stimulus money being spent. Lots of federal legislation spending money. Right now, our federal deficit right now, our national debt, is close to 140% of our overall gross domestic product, the highest that it's ever been, like ever, okay? So the spending itself is putting a lot more money in circulation. Lots of supply of money out there also decreases the value of the money. Potentially, that's having an upward pressure on inflation. When you look at money reserves out there, this is the M2 money supply. This is the amount of money that's available for banks to lend out. It's liquidity for the system. Our Treasury and Federal Reserve leaders did the right things when the pandemic hit in early 2020. They put lots of liquidity on reserves for banks to lend out. That was the big mistake made in the 1929 depression. But our money reserves have gone up from about 15 trillion in March of 2020 to over 19 trillion today. $4 trillion in money that's available right now for banks to be lending out, financing money in circulation. That increases the supply of money, which has an impact on the inflationary pressures around our currency. And finally, there's just overall demand. This is the Institute of Supply Managers. These are the guys they're an association of purchasing managers, very popular association. They put out their monthly manufacturing index of what purchasing managers are buying. It's the highest level that we have seen since the 1980s. There is a lot of demand for manufacturing goods and obviously a shortage of supply of those goods. We'll get to supply chain in a minute. That's causing what inflation is.